Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 in the Minecraft Creative Builds world. Today I found us a little bit of pretty beach and I'd like to build on it a beach bar, tiki bar, bar on a beach, whatever you want to call it. For our materials today I'd like to use a piston, block of redstone, a lever, hay bale, jungle wood, stripped jungle wood, jungle stairs, item frame and a flower pot, and we might want one or two other little things, but I think that's most of the things we're going to want today. If we begin with the jungle wood and find yourself a nice open piece of beach where you would like to build your tiki bar. I'm going to build it quite big. See, we've got the beach going off in this direction and in this direction, so we can use up quite a lot of the beach in order to do this. I'd like to put in an upright and go up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come across, add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that now makes that 6 in total, and then I want to do an upright at the side of this, so that will then make the top 7 in total. And we want to just come upright here, so we have a gap here of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right in the centre between the two blocks here. I then want to swap to the stripped jungle wood in order to make the bar area. You leave a gap of 1 from the upright and place a block like so, and do that at both sides of both of the two uprights like that, so that you've got space for the staff to walk in and out of this bar area at the two sides here. I then want to place a second block on the inside of all of these. So you can see where the other this is going onto the inside of the bar. Then in front of this, place a block there and a block there, and 1 to each side like so. And then in front here, place a row of 3. So you've got 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. Do the same on the other side. So we've got like a circular area for the bar area. So we've got 2, 2, and 3, and then 2 and 2 going round. So if we could look at that from above, you'll see we've sort of got a circular area which is split slightly apart in order to place the uprights. Grab your hay bale, and what we want is for these to lie across the top of the frame and then stick out by 1. So the first one you placed you'll have to take away in order to make the blocks all lie across in one line, just like so. Beautiful. Now as you can see, the whole thing looks a little bit fragile and a little bit not supported. So the next thing I want to do is to go back to the jungle wood, and I want to come to this gap right here, and I want you to put the jungle wood in there and go up. So that will need to be, including the bottom one, let me do that on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which places it just underneath this, you see. So if you then want to put a row across, you can see that the two will join in the middle. Bear with me, honestly this is going to be great. Grab your hay bales and stick them across so that they overhang the bar just by 1. And then, I think you get the idea of what we want to do. We want to follow the pattern of the bar underneath. You're going to say, that doesn't work, Kit. Give me a sec. We've got to get the circular pattern to work. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'll do that again. So from the side here you want 1, then you want 2, then you want 1, 2, 3, then you want 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 times 1, 2, 3, because your centre sections are 3. Then you want 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1. And then from the top you've got this big circle. And then we want to give it a little bit more round definition on top, because at the moment it's a very big flat pancake. So I've now put a square of 2 in the centre there, and 1 extra one here, and then put 1 on the side there and 1 on the side there. So we're getting some 3D definition. What you've actually got is 1 in from all the sides on the edge here. So you've got 1 diagonally here to that corner, 1 diagonally here to that corner, 1 diagonally here to that corner. That's how I've planned it. See, so from 1 there to there. Let me do that on the other side. So 1 diagonally in on this corner comes to the centre section. 1 diagonally in on this corner comes to there. Oops, we don't want it. Right, so that's the direction we want it. 1 diagonally in comes to that corner. 1 diagonally in comes to there from here. 1 diagonally in comes here from here. So we want 1, 2, 3. So that's 1 diagonally in there. And that's again 1 diagonally in here. And if we put 2 here, that's 1 diagonally in from this side, and 1 diagonally in from there, and 1 diagonally in from here gives you that corner again. I know this is a little bit more complicated than some of the others we've done in the past, but it works, honestly. And then right in the centre here, I would like to put a little like cross structure so that it looks like we've got a little top area like so, and then 1 right in the top. And that is my roof. I hope you like that idea. You can, of course, if you want to make it a little bit more circular, knock off the 2 ends of the very first row that we placed across. Oops, I've knocked one out. I need to put that back so that the whole thing is now shaped. I know that sounded complicated, but actually it's not that bad if you try and do it. You just go gradually in, so each circle is a little bit smaller as you go up. We're going to want a little bit of light on the inside here. I could use a little torch, which isn't in my action bar, to pop a couple of torches in. We don't need the hay bales anymore, so I'll replace that and pop in a couple of torches on the inside of these uprights, just to add a little bit of light so you can see. So we've now got this big open area. If you grab some of the levers, you can put 1 or 2 of these around on the bar area so that it looks like you've got some taps for pouring your beer. You will also need some sort of shelf space. What I would quite like to do is to grab some of the where are we? Stripped jungle wood, and you can put in a little like dividing wall in the centre here. Don't forget to leave the gap between the uprights and this wall so that the staff can walk around. Now what you can use this wall for here is to do some signage boards across it, like so, so that you can advertise the different types of drinks. So you could put potion bottles in here, or you could just put cups in there, and then you can use these pots on the bar as drinks, so that the customers have got drinks as they're sitting down around your bar. You can also add some chests along the wall, so that the staff have got space for the things like potentially crisps and snacks, and maybe the more expensive bottles of alcohol can be tucked away in the boxes, so that they're not risking getting knocked around by the staff running around the corners. We're also going to want some chairs for the customers to sit at. Now there are two potential ways you can do these. You can do them really close to the bar, or you can do them a little bit further away from the bar. So if we try and pop one really close and one a little bit further away, and then you can decide which one you prefer. So if you knock 2 blocks down into the ground and then put in the redstone, and then grab the piston and just drop that on top of the redstone, then it extends and it looks like a bar stool. Now I personally like them further away from the bar, because the ones that are close actually don't give people space to sit on them, so I don't like it like that. So I'm going to remove that one and instead put it further back, like so, because I quite like that idea. And then round the corners you can add extra seating. I'm just going to put some in at the diagonal corners here, like so, and one here, and you can put these stools wherever you feel comfortable popping them. I'm going to do the same on the opposite side of my bar area. Dig down 2, put in your redstone, drop your piston on top. Dig down by 2, put in your redstone, drop your piston on top. 2 more times, redstone, piston, dig down by 2, put in the redstone, drop on my piston, and there is my little tiki bar, beach bar, cabana bar, whatever you want to call it. And if you want a little bit more seating in the area, just find a little bit of open beach space, dig down a couple of blocks, pop in your redstone. This time you can be using the pistons for a table, and then if you grab the jungle stairs at the sides of the table, you can just pop in some chairs, like so, and you can group your chairs with tables for 2 people or tables for 4 people, and you can just put as many of those out as you would like for the space that you've got where you've built your little bar. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. From Soft Kitty 99, goodbye and happy gaming!